I know everything. How do you talk to old people? I'm assuming that you're not old, or else you probably already know all of this stuff. But if you are, go ahead and listen. Some people, even old people, for example, people that are from even older generations, don't understand the information that I'm about to outline here. So talking to old people should involve more than it's sunny. And for that matter, talking to young people should involve more than why is it sunny during quarantine and rainy when we're not quarantined. But that's beside the point. That's a topic for another day. What I'm going to tell you right now is an experience of mine. Now, I wasn't exactly trying to talk to old people properly, but this did happen to me, and I am going to give you an example of a time I did it wrong. What happened was, I was visiting my aunt back in 69, I think. Yeah, 1869. And she was trying to say hello to me and subtly let me know that she didn't like me. But what she said was, so my aunt had been alive for hundreds of years and never learned to properly communicate. What she was trying to say was, I don't like you. What she said was, you're late. Now, obviously, this gets across that I was late for something. However, I'd also noticed that she was wheezing kind of emotionally and sort of looked like she might be having anaphylaxis or an anaphylactic shock, which means, for my aunt, that she was just like heavily emotional, because that's what she does when she's feeling strongly. So it was that really gave away what her true intentions were when she was trying to actually communicate to me. So seeing that she was so upset, I told her to calm down. Now, this did not, as you probably know, calm her down, because old people are incapable of calming down. And by the way, incidentally, that is why I am incapable of calming down, because I am ancient. But that is, beside the point. You can know everything without knowing how to do everything. My aunt did not calm down. In fact, this made her become less calm. So let me just go ahead and tell you how to do this so that you can communicate properly in this type of scenario. There is one important key that you need to understand, that most people nowadays have the belief that young people use only sarcasm to communicate. So what you have to do is say the opposite of what you mean at all times. For example, you would say you're welcome after a one-time gift, but if you want someone to feel welcome in your home, you would say make yourself at home even though it's not their home. So you'd say be back soon for a long trip, or back in a minute for just going into the kitchen for 10 seconds. By the way, be back soon is a command, so it's even more opposite of the opposite, which makes it even more clear for them to understand. It's the same with a bunch of other examples. You would say, how are you? If you want someone to state their fundamental existence. But how are you if you want to tell them how they personally are? It's backwards, just exactly as old people want it to be. What do you think is a way to get affirmation for something you've already decided on? But how does that sound is a way to actually get feedback on something rather than actually asking how it sounds. So here's why it works. Old people are either smart or dumb, but whatever they are, they're set in that way. And contradicting them will not get you anywhere. So if I'd said, when my aunt said, you're late, if I'd said, yes, I am late. I came exactly later than 7, which is exactly not the time that I said I would arrive, she would have understood the subtle backwards meaning of also I don't like you, and also the fact that I did come exactly when I said I would come at 7. Trust me, this would have totally worked on my aunt, and it would have worked on your old people that you know as well. And that's how you communicate with old people. There are some benefits of this. Old people do tend to err on the smarter side, or at least more experienced if they're not smarter. And you can, there's always the possibility for deeper conversation. And there is also the danger if your old person in hand is from an even older generation, like mine, for example, like ancient. Yeah, that could be a danger because we don't really understand sarcasm as easily as the younger, older people. Now, the only way to tell if they are from that is if they seem young, but they're old, then they're probably ancient, because they're probably immortal. And that is it. That is how you talk to old people. You're welcome.